Happy Tactic Tuesday, everybody. So this week's tactic came from a question I got on my webinar this weekend. As you know, every week I do a free live webinar on how to use social media and LinkedIn to sell at scale to hospitals and physicians. I recommend checking it out. Always go to my LinkedIn profile and go to the featured section. You'll see the latest webinar there. Please join it. I give free prizes during the webinars. There's always a live Q&A. And a lot of people like showing up and attending it multiple times because the content does change. Now, the question was, an orthopedic rep said that he sees that a lot of surgeons are posting online and posting their content specifically on LinkedIn, and he wants to engage, but he was nervous. He's like, what do I do and what do I say? Because it's very public, so you don't want to make a fool of yourself, but this is like free money on the table, right? Rather than spending all this time trying to show up unannounced to the clinic or bothering a doctor in the physician's lounge, if somehow you're stupid enough to walk in there, right? How do you do it in a meaningful way? So I'm going to show you that, but through a systems approach. Now, what I mean by that is your goal is, you want to sell. But that's goals are for losers. And here's why. Because when you focus on one goal, you leave yourself blind to a lot of other possibilities. The smart thing is, how do you implement a system that gets you to that goal, but potentially could expose you to other things that might be better? So if your goal is, I want to develop a relationship with this one physician, how do you implement a system where it helps you accomplish that, but maybe you also create relationships and potential selling points with other physicians at the same time? That's the beauty of how you use network effects. So that being said, let me show you how we do that. Okay. Now, this is Moby Parsons. Okay. Now, Moby Parsons is a joint replacement surgeon at the Knee, Hip, and Shoulder Center. He's got a good following, 2,100 followers, right? And as you can tell quickly, he posts a lot, or at least just recently started posting more. This is what got me to engage with him. Now, let's look at his post. Let me close this real quick. All right, so he made this post. It's an image of a knee, and I won't read the whole thing for you, but the whole point of this is that, this image, there's a lot of things to critique about it because technically it doesn't look like it's good, but the patient came back and was very happy with the hip. And so his thing is like, that's the funny thing about precision, is that you can be precise, but you might be precisely wrong. So how do you balance this thing of like technology making you more precise, but then as a surgeon using your intuition, right? He doesn't use the word intuition, right? So what do you do as a rep? Number one, learn how to read. Take time to read this and think about, why did they post this? He's a surgeon. He's busy. He took time to post this for a reason. What is he looking for, right? And feedback and insight, right? Okay. And of course, he limits his reach because he only uses these hashtags. I'm going to bring that up in a moment. Okay. Now, you get this. You read it. You look at it. Okay. Now you understand. Now you move into intelligence gathering mode. What does that mean? This is what CIA agents do all the time. You start reading the target, right? Here, this is a prospect. It's a target, right? So you're trying to learn, right? So what do you do? How do you do that? Learn from their peers. Learn from the language. When you go to a new country, you don't try and guess. You pay attention to what other people are doing and saying. So there's my comment. We'll get to it in a moment. Now, by the way, when I commented on this post, this only had like 50, 60 likes, and I think 20 comments. It's up to 52, 11 shares, which means tens of thousands of people have seen this. Probably thought, at least over 2,000 surgeons, I would bet you, okay? So what do? I start going through and reading what surgeons are posting, okay? And as I read, okay, if I'm not connected, I'll hover over their name, I'll click connect, okay? Then I'll like the comment, and when I say like, don't leave just a like, because that's what everybody does. Use a heart emoji or an insightful, because that separates you, differentiates you. If it's somebody you really want to develop a relationship, leave a comment. So like, here's Matt Barber. Open a Word document, copy or make some notes, right? I can do this mentally because I've been doing this for so long. You want to train. This is like athletic training. But when you get started, just copy paste this into a Word document so you can see all these comments and think what you're going to write. So you're learning, right? I love the comment, right? And then here's the other thing that I'll do is that I'll tag them. So for example, I've been following Matt Barber for a while, so I'm already connected with him. But here's a way to develop a good relationship. It's like, look, hey, great point. Thank you for sharing this. Always learn a lot from your comments, right? And it's true. Like, I'm being genuine, okay? Keep doing that. Charles Glapp, another guy. Love his stuff, okay? 13 people have liked this one comment alone, okay? Guess what I do? I tag him and I say, hey, love that quote. Because guess what? I just differentiated myself from 13 other people, okay? All right? Now, keep going. We're learning. We're gathering intelligence. Have you noticed something? I'm waiting for the light bulb to go off in your head at this point. Have you noticed something? We keep scrolling. Where's Dr. Parsons' comment? He hasn't commented back on any of these. Look, we see surgeon after surgeon after surgeon after surgeon after surgeon. A lot of content. Why? And yet, here he is. There's one and there's two. He's commented on 2 posts. Why? Well, the first one I can tell you is that this one's done 1 week ago versus some of these. This is a week ago. This is 6 days ago. That was probably the first comment on the post. So when you're a comment of 1, you stand out. But I commented on this a few days ago, right? What made him comment back on mine? So here's the formula. I used observation plus question. My observation. First, I tag Dr. Parsons. Tag him. That's one way to get the notification up. Great post. I'm like, after reading other surgeons' posts like this, it looks like precision can often take you away from a great outcome. Like, how do you balance that, right? I ask a question. And I'm like, hey, any advice? Okay. Guess what? He didn't reply. Do I just stop there? That's where most people stop. Money on the table, my friends. So a lot of times with notifications, I can tell you this because I'm a content creator and I use LinkedIn for my business. People comment on, I'll post something and I'll get like 20, 30, 40, 50 comments. And sometimes I don't even realize it because LinkedIn doesn't notify me. The notification system is kind of funky on LinkedIn. So what do? I go to these 3 dots and I click copy link to comment. Okay. Now, what happens when you click that? Here's what happens. It goes literally straight to the comment. Okay. What do I do with that? Well, what I do is I wasn't connected with Dr. Parsons. I sent him a connection request. It was still pending. So I used one of my InMails. LinkedIn gives you, 10 a month. This is what you use those InMails for, not for garbage. You use it for thoughtful things like this. I send him a message. Okay. Let me zoom in. The subject lines are important. Thoughts, right? I didn't say, hi, Dr. Parsons, great post and everything, because then you know what the message is about. When I put thoughts, that generates curiosity, which is thoughts on what? He's going to open it. Hey, Dr. Parsons, I'm like, great post on your case. And then I make it about him. Use the imagination. In the film, they use imagination all the time. So I say, hey, I have a lot of surgeons following me, which is true. And it could be the same for you. I have surgeons following me and would love if you can reply to my comments so they can hear from you and follow you. Here's the link. So again, nobody's going to go looking for your comment. Give them that link so they quickly go to it, right? And again, I've used imagination, so he's now picturing his peers waiting to hear from him, potentially learning from his comments. So now it's about him. It's about Dr. Parsons, right? He goes, done, thanks, right? And let's look at the comment, right? He leaves a great insight, great comment. I reply back and I thank him and I tag him, right? And if the comment is something that opens up discussion, have that discussion, because guess what? While more and more people like this post, okay, more and more people are seeing my name, okay? And see, like, most relevant comment, I'm at the very top, right? Because he's replying to mine, right? Relevancy is based on who's going to get engagement. So these are, like, look, my comment is not more relevant than some of these other comments by surgeons, but it is because he commented on mine. Okay? Now, I don't stop there. Continue to add value. In order to, if you want people to care about what you care about, you got to show that you care about what they care about. He cares about getting engagement on this, obviously. So then I follow up and I was like, wonderful, thank you. I was like, here's something to help your post reach more. I was like, I've been a content creator since 2014. Here are the best hashtags for use in ortho. Just copy paste these into your notes, right? Hip surgery or knee surgery, which, by the way, in my course, the Sales Network Effects program, you'll learn all these things because I do the research to figure out which are the best hashtags. So I say, like, hey, use these specific hashtags, which he's already doing. I was like, here are the new ones. Just copy paste this stuff. right? Use these, right? Best of luck. Let me know if you have any questions. He's like, thanks, great stuff. And guess what? Look, here's a new post. It's been up for 18 hours. 19 likes, okay? Only 19 likes, 21 comments. Guess who's commenting? Oh, what a surprise. All surgeons. Where are the reps? Nowhere to be seen. They're probably hanging around by the sink like creepers, waiting to bombard him with just nonsense, right? Versus going and having clinically relevant, engaging conversation, right? Okay? And look, on this post, he used some of the hashtags that I had recommended to him, right? That's great. You know, I'm assuming that he got these because he wasn't using these in his previous post. But the point is that I showed goodwill by trying to help him, okay? So now let's summarize. What did you just learn? In the span of like 10 minutes, you gain more clinical insight from somebody that you're trying to, engage with. You grew your network. You nurtured your existing network, right? You made your name and face more recognizable because all those people who are looking at that post, they're going to look at the comments. They're going to see my face because my comment is most relevant because I got him to engage with it, right? And then think about it. You do this twice a week, 3 times a week, you scale. And the best part, this is how the system really works. If you're a good student, my mentor, Chris Sells, he's one of the great surgical robotics sales executives and leaders of our industry. He told me, he's like, the best become students of the game. So if you're a student of the game, those comments, save it in an Evernote or in your notes document or whatever. And then when you're in cases, when you're at a conference, when you're talking to surgeons, you sit down, you're having a beer, you bring up these topics and you talk about it. And what's interesting is that the human brain can't separate things, right? So when I post content, when I talk about these things, I'll mention like, I learned this from this surgeon or I did this. It's coming out of my mouth. I'm now that surgeon. That's why I've had no trouble developing great peer-to-peer relationships with surgeons because I've become them. I'm seen as a peer to them because of the way that I think, the way that I talk, the way that I carry myself, right? And let me take this one step further. Here's a bonus tactic for you. You can screenshot or just save the photo that he posted, okay? And create your own post. The post is, what do you do? Like, ask a question about what he talked about. So he talked about your intuition, like, you're something that doesn't look good, but you feel is good. So it's like, what does a surgeon do when the image looks bad, but you know that it's right? Something like that. Then you tag, Dr. Moby Parsons posted this case recently and made a point about being, around precision, so on and so forth. I asked him this question, right? He gave me this great answer. Put your hashtags, post that, and guess what you do? You go back to him, you send this post to him and say, hey, Dr. Parsons, I hope you don't mind. I really loved your post. I learned a lot from it. I created my own post. I used your image. I tagged you. I hope you don't mind me doing that, but here's the post. Guess what he's going to do? It's very likely that he's going to like it, maybe comment on it even, and probably reshare it. In which case, guess what just happened? His entire network now sees you. Your entire network that you just built little by little is seeing this surgeon engaging directly with your content. This is how persuasion works at scale. And most importantly, this is thoughtful selling. It's not even selling. It's like, how do I engage my customer in a thoughtful way? And let's just pretend he's in your market, doesn't work out. Let's just say that for whatever reason, he's not interested in the technology you have, or he just can't. Well, through reciprocity, which is a point of persuasion, you've gained some trust and some reciprocal debt, right? So you can do something as simple as, Dr. Parsons, completely understand that maybe this is not a right time, or maybe you're happy with your current solution. Do you mind helping me? Ask for help. Do you mind helping me? You don't have to make an email introduction. So just by suggesting that, they'll likely do it. So you don't have to make an email introduction, Dr. Parsons, but based on what you know about the technology that I'm selling, like, do you know anybody in your market or a peer of yours who you think I should go check out? You would be surprised. So many times a doctor will say, yeah, absolutely. And they'll just make an email intro, because doctors, like, they're human beings too. They like to help people. So that's your tactic of the day. What do you think about this? Do you like this? Right? If you have a question, drop it in the comments below. And if you want to see some future tactics, specific questions you might have, drop it below. I'll make content for that. Enjoy your day, everybody. Happy selling.